Hello everyone, welcome to the second anime review podcast thing.
Yeah.
Where we review an anime each, the first episode of an anime each, that we got assigned from a random generator in
Is there any way we can...
our podcast.
Is there any way that we can alter the generator
What do you mean?
to include less ecchi stuff?
No.
There's only so many panty shots a girl can handle.
There's only genres, or you can't choose genres. You can only use select what type, like either movie or series or OVA or stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's the luck of the draw, So this week's ones were picked from podcast number 5. And I got DragonBallZ, and you got Najica.
Wait.
What was it?
I'll do it. Well, I got Najica Denjeki Sakusen.
What's the English one? It's right under it.
Najica Blitz Tactics.
Cool. So I guess we'll talk about mine first, because mine is
the best one.
It's the less interesting, really.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see which one is less interesting.
Well, I mean,
this podcast.
It was the first episode of like a series that is hundreds of episodes long.
That's true.
So it's gonna be slow. So what happened in mine was it opened and it had this like really nice opening.
So did mine.
And it's like really well animated and stuff. And then it was just like Goku, Goku. Mm-hmm. He was out in the forest getting wood. He brought
he
wood.
Was.
He like punched a whole tree and then carried it back to his wife Chi-Chi. And then it turns out that Gohan, his son, who's like 4 years old, was also out in the woods, and he's wandering around crying because neither of his parents are there, which is like. I already am aware of how shitty Goku is as a parent.
Wow.
But yeah, like the first episode, he leaves his like toddler child out in the wilderness. So then Gohan gets in all sorts of shit. He encounters like a big dog thing who steals his hat, which has one of the Dragon Balls on it for some reason. And then almost drowns. And like gets like carried down a river. And then
Good Lord.
Goku at this point is trying to find him on this like little cloud thing. Like a magic carpet, but it's cloud. And then he finds him and he's like trying to catch up to him. But then he gets cut off by like a cave thing and he can't go follow him because the water was like right up to the top of the ceiling of the cave, so he couldn't go. So he had to go over the mountain. And he goes over the mountain and the waterfall comes out the other side down to like a big cliff. And then Gohan comes out and Goku goes down to try and save him. But doesn't save him. Turns out Gohan saved himself. Yeah. It was just like Goku's such a shitty person.
It's so weird that he's married.
Yeah. I'm not sure how old he is in this. I think he's like...
But
I don't
there's
think he's
so
that
much...
old. He's like 20-ish, I'd say.
Yeah, but there's so much... when you think of DragonBallZ, you can think of all of the characters.
Yeah.
I never once thought of or pictured his wife.
Yeah, it's because she's just left. Well, he just leaves her.
What?
To go... He doesn't like physically leave her. Well, he does physically leave her, but he doesn't like divorce her. He just like goes off and does his training and fights people and stuff.
Well, what's the point in him? Okay, so wait.
Goku
is the main guy.
Yeah, the point
Gohan is his son.
Yeah.
Is there anything later on to do with his son? Does his son grow up?
Well, they all grow up. But the point of Chi-Chi, his wife, is to have a child.
Right, okay. She's fulfilled her role as a character
that's
in
all
this.
She really does, I think. And like, I know this isn't the first episode, but basically Goku was supposed to die, and Gohan was supposed to take over the series from them. But people liked Goku so much that they just kept making Goku more powerful, which is
My
why
God,
it's gotten
what
to the
even
point
was the
where
point of having a son and a wife?
yeah, I know. But anyway, so that was that plot.
Oh, I watched the
thread.
Goku.
No, hang on,
yeah,
hang
okay,
on.
sorry.
And then there was another plot thread where a kind of meteor comes down to Earth and it crashes in this like dude's farm, and the farmer goes to check it out, and it's not a meteor, it's like a pod, and the dude gets out, and his name's apparently Raditz, and he's a bad guy, but he's like a Saiyan like Goku. So he was like flying around the place trying to find Goku, because apparently they sent Goku to Earth as a child so that he could maybe like fuck up Earth or something, but he didn't. So Raditz was like trying to find him, try to ask him why he didn't. But he finds Piccolo, who was the bad guy in like Dragon Ball. But then they defeated him and he became a good guy. Yeah. And
Speaking of destroying
Piccolo's
Earth
not
and
as
stuff,
tough as him.
there's this Israeli now retired special defense force like leader or military something like that, who said that aliens are real and that they have their own galactic federation.
Oh, you said this before, yeah.
No,
And that Earth is trying to be good enough to get into it.
No. Oh, really?
Is that you said this before? You
say
told
that
me this before. You did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, and apparently, and listen, I know nothing about this. I didn't research it, but apparently Donald Trump wanted to blow the lid on aliens existing, but they said that he wasn't, like, people are not ready for that, because as soon as the coronavirus came out, everybody started buying like toilet paper, and people went crazy. So like the Americans can't handle
specifically the
a
Americans.
flu, like, specifically. So how are they supposed to handle the government being like having contracts and stuff with aliens, you know? So, which is like, it's a conspiracy thing about why he was so negative in the news.
I kind of wish he did blow the lid on aliens.
Me too.
Just because like there'd be some positive thing to come out of his presidency.
Yeah. Yeah. Turns out he's just an old man who's like, he's just like my granddad. It was like, the government is crazy, like, you know. He's literally just an old man.
So that was the first episode of Dragon Ball Z for me. It was kind of boring.
Yeah, I went to watch Dragon Ball Z in the cinema with my little brother.
The latest movie that came out.
Yeah,
the Broly movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
or
what
Broly.
it was.
I'm not sure.
I actually got to watch it for free. Because he went into the cinema and I was sitting outside of the door on the couch, and the guy was like, yeah, like, you can go in with whatever child you bring in, you can just watch it. And I was like, class. I would have been a lot more comfortable on the couch though, because I was like, all that's fucking happening is like screaming, or like whenever they do like power ups, or whenever they go sane, which is a lot.
Super Saiyan, you mean?
Yeah, which is a lot throughout the whole movie. I'm just like, my ears can't handle anymore. Especially,
you watched the sub version, didn't you?
I think so.
Yeah, their voices are, well, at least Goku's voice is a lot higher pitched in the sub. I think it'll be more like when I was watching this episode, I made sure to watch the dub because I can't stand Goku's voice in the sub. It's too high pitched. It just sounds weird on like this buff dude's body.
Yeah, it was really bad. And there was like so much like growling and like going super sane, and then like explosions throughout the whole thing, and their fighting lasted so long throughout the whole movie. There was multiple people he was fighting.
Yeah.
So I just did not enjoy it at all.
I think I started watching that on my own at home. I think I started watching it and I got maybe half an hour or something into it, and I just got really bored and turned it off or something. I can't remember. I don't remember finishing it or getting to the scene, the point where it's like the really well animated part where they're fighting and they punch each other through.
I don't care if something's really well animated if the story is shit. I'm not like looking at the animation. I'm like, can someone turn this down, please?
So yeah, that was mine. Tell us about yours, Najica.
Well, the way mine opened was a zoom out panty shot of her about to do like a test fighting thing. Like she was just in like a test shooting range, you know, with holographs as like the things that are shooting at her. Man, I'm so sick of panty shots. If I get another ecchi one, I want to roll again because I'm so sick of it. It's so annoying. Just like, what is the point? What's the point of it? I don't understand. And then her outfit had like bulbs on it, kind of like going down her torso. Right. But like when it reached the chest, it was like placed exactly where her nipples would have been, you know? And then so but it's like, so it's a spy thing. She works in like a makeup company, a perfume one, I think. And for some reason she's a spy, like it's a perfume company, but they also are like spies.
Right.
And she's like the best one. She's the top spy there. And she gets sent on a mission to save a girl who, it seems like, was kidnapped and drugged because she was asleep, and was about to get raped by the... Yeah, I know. I'm just so sick of it.
Next time we do the draws, if you get something like this again, I'll let you
I have to sit through 20 minutes of like an introduction of the lady who's in charge of like all of the girls, and she's about to rape this person in her sleep, until Nadjika pops in and she saves the girl, but again like puts the little girl over her shoulder and is like just an entire panty shot of the girl then for the rest of the thing.
Wasn't that the exact same in the last one?
Oh, I can't.
Well, at least for the thumbnail I used, there was the exact same kind of shot. It's funny.
It's not. So bad. And then wait now. So she basically completes the mission. Throughout the whole thing as well is like it's such a typical, stereotypical spy movie kind of. Do you know all of the elements? You'd have the saxophone playing throughout when it's like the whole, like every time something like spy happens, it's like a saxophone or like the snares on the drums, you know. It's so yeah, exactly like that. Like it's so weird. It's like so 1950s kind of spy, you know. And all of the gadgets as well. Like anytime she's in a pickle, she like there's just a random gadget she has that's like so outlandish. Like she jumps out of a plane, and then her suit turns into like
another plane.
No, spheres all around her, like soft spheres all around her, and she kind of looks like a blueberry. You can't see her. She's like in it, you know. And then once she hits the ground, all of a sudden it like deflates and she can take it off, and her like crisp, clean suit outfit is on underneath, you know, like a proper spy. But it ends with the head of the spies telling her, did she notice anything unsettling on that mission when she saved the girl? And then when she's like, no, I don't understand what you mean, he's like, all right, good job. So she leaves, and she's like a bit confused as to why he said that. And then two women are outside, and they're like, oh, you're used to working alone, this must be like very new or whatever for you. And she's like, what are you on about? And then they're like, oh, she must not know yet. So then she goes home, and her door is already open in her apartment, so she like takes out her gun, and then there's like again a really slow like spy kind of shot. No music, because it's really quiet and it's dark in her apartment. So she goes into the living room, and then there's that girl that she saved. She turns around, and the girl is like, Nadjika, and and then the Nadjika's like, and then it just ends, and I'm like, I could not give a shit.
So you wouldn't recommend it?
No, God, no. I'm like, is there going to be a sexual relationship? Because she wasn't. She kind of made like a moan kind of sound, but it's like confused, you know. Nadjika did, and then the way the little girl kind of. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's definitely going to be a romance there, anyways.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because the girl's going to be like, "You saved me." That's probably going to be the next episode.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, no, I wouldn't really recommend it. It depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for lots of panty shots, then fine, I recommend it. I think it's just too old.
Too old?
Yeah.
When was it from?
Well, for it to be an interesting spy thing, I think it was cool for the time, but watching it now is like it's kind of outdated. It's not really cool.
It's 20 years old. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Man.
One thing that I remembered when I was watching the first episode of Dragon Ball Z was I used to watch it as a kid, and I loved it. And there's one episode where Gohan, he's like a teenager. He teaches. There's a girl he likes called, I think her name is Videl. I'm not sure because I just going like off what memory was. I looked up and she looks like what I remembered. I don't know if it's her, but
Videl is a cool name.
Yeah, but he teaches her how to use powers. So he takes her aside. And he's like, so you put your hands like in like as if you're holding a ball or something, and then you focus on it and you try to like do something, and then a white sphere forms in the middle, and it's like you got powers now. And she's like, "Whoa!" And then I think as soon as that episode finished, I went up to my room and tried to do that as well.
I think every kid.
And
has.
I remember being so upset and frustrated that I could not do it. I know. I was like, "Frick it." Yeah, that's like one of the few memories I have of my childhood.
It's very disappointing, man.
Yeah, fuck's sake. Our foods.
Yeah, I need to go check the
cooking. So, well, we got through it anyway.
You had nothing to get through.
Yeah, it was very boring. But I guess like your story would have been way more condensed than mine. Mine was just like a reintroduction to the characters because like it takes place 5 years after the last story. So Goku is aged 5 years and like, you know, he's had a child and stuff.
I think I would have enjoyed that one a lot more.
Probably.
Because I should say this closer to the mic.
No, I think you're still popping up on the thing. This is so professional.
It's a chicken Caesar salad on the menu tonight. Sorry. I think I would have enjoyed your one more because I have no introduction to the characters. You know? Whereas you would have probably enjoyed my one because you can actually finally see what
a panty shot looks like.
Yeah. What I've been going through. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what we get in the next one. Hopefully it's something cool. Although I kind of like when we get unknown ones.
I feel like it's kind of like porn. How if you were to do a random generator for the internet, and
you'd probably get porn.
Yeah, you would more than likely get porn because that's the most thing that's on there. So I really doubt I'm going to get anything but ecchi.
To be honest, yeah. I mean, 3 out of the 4 ones we've done have been like some form of ecchi.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then DragonBallZ, but that's only because there's so many episodes.
Yeah. If it was maybe Dragon Ball, because there is like weird nudity in that.
Really?
Yeah. There's one. What's her name? Bulma.
That's a nasty name.
She's like teenager when Goku's like a kid, but she like there's like weird scenes of him like patting on her crotch.
What?
And yeah, like pulling up and looking at her underwear and stuff, and then she like flashes and you can see her butt. It's weird. But that's like 80s Dragon Ball when it was like more acceptable then.
I found out that Japan only it had criminalized. Thank you.
Crimified. All these criminals.
Criminalized.
Criminalized, yeah.
Yeah, they only criminalized incest porn. Was it incest porn or child pornography in 2013. So like Japan's if that's like, what they're
behind in some ways but like ahead in other ways.
Yeah,
I think it's like because
American TV I doubt had anything like what's on 80s anime.
No, yeah.
Yeah, like the amount of panty shots in this one, I was like, there's no, like nothing could compare to it.
Like 80s and 90s anime OVAs that made their way over to America, like shocked the shit out of Americans because it was like so sexual and violent. They'd never seen anything like that before. Which got a lot of people into anime because they're like, whoa, there's like...
Fucking men.
I said people, not men. Fuck you.
Betcha.
Fuck you.
So simple-minded.
Yeah, so we're going to head off because our dinner's done now, I think.
Yeah, and I got class at 7.
Yeah, so thank you very much for listening. Tune in next time.
He's saying goodbye right before I can get into the whole racist part of it all. He's like, she's only said fucking men so far. We'll stop it there.
She's only offending half the population of the earth.
Is there more men than women?
I don't know. I'm sure it fluctuates.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna head off.
We're gonna love you and leave you.
Yeah. Tune in next time into our next podcast number 6, to see what we get.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Although, I mean, you're probably not watching this in order.
Can we roll the dice again if it's another
I will
Ecchi?
give you that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna head off.
So I'll have more to say than just panty shots next time.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Please God.
Alright, see you everybody.
See you.
Thanks
Good night.
for listening.
Bye.
Bye-bye.